Zacchaeus Masame has been following up that story. Zacchaeus, can you hear me? I have a couple of questions for you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so my first question is, I saw a video you sent last night, and the senator said that you kill me were his words, saying he will not spend the night in a cell that has not been sanitized on account of the COVID-19 pandemic. So where did he spend the night?
Well, that was true. He said that was at around 1 p.m. 1 a.m. Yesterday. And he said that because he was being taken to a cell, he says that he had no history of the COVID-19 and he had not seen any certificate that shows that that particular cell had been sanitized. And he was saying that because he was being accused of flouting the COVID-19 guidelines, and he was wondering why he would then be taken to a cell that had not been sanitized. And therefore, those questions were not answered by the authorities at the station at that particular time. And therefore, that gave him a time of staying outside in the cold at the station, although outside just that station, and that happened up to morning. And he was complaining that he had not been even asked to record a statement, he had not been shown his mistakes, and that is what he had to complain about. But then, just in a nutshell, in the morning, we also saw chaos in Mumias town, his supporters standing up, peddling stones at the station, and that pressure made the authorities to think otherwise and let him go without any charges. And just in a nutshell, now we are joined by the senator himself to give us an understanding of exactly what he went through yesterday night. Senator, welcome to NTV. Maybe, what are you feeling now? It was a tiresome, experience. Let us know.
First of all, I want to take this humble opportunity to thank the Almighty God for delivering me safely at my home. I'm now in the comfort of my home after a very tedious night. Last night, I experienced a very unfortunate incident in Mumias. We left Nairobi at around 2 p.m. and we arrived in Mumias around 10 p.m. When the officers who had brought me from Nairobi wanted to hand me over to the officers of Mumias, those officers of Mumias refused to admit me in their police stations, claiming that they had not made any complaint to warrant my arrest in Nairobi and to be brought in Mumias. So the OCS and the DCIO who was there refused that I will not be admitted in Mumias police station. And the Nairobi police abandoned me at Mumias police station without booking me in the OB, without any documentation, without any handing over documents. So I pleaded with the DCIO to acknowledge that I am within the precincts of the police station, but he refused to acknowledge that. That forced me to stay in the cold from 10 p.m. to morning. So today morning, the DPP came and issued a directive that I've been released unconditionally. I've not been charged, I've not been accused on anything. So I'm reading ulterior motives on this arrest because yesterday it was quite a coincidence that I was being arrested on the eve of going to make a very important vote at the Senate. This is quite unfortunate for the leadership of this country. I think we will not use such undemocratic ways to ensure that we curtail the freedom of members of parliament. Parliamentary democracy is practiced in all other jurisdictions in the world. And I want to take this opportunity to say that that was unlawful, it was not in good faith, but also want to affirm that I have not changed my mind. I will not be derailed with these sideshows. I am still focused on what we want for this country. We have decided that we're going to have one country. We are not going to pass any formula that is going to divide our country. I want to beseech upon our leaders in this country, led by President Uhuru Kenyatta and Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, kindly offer leadership, call all the senators, let us have a compromise position, let us negotiate with each other, and let us ensure that we do not have a divided Kenya. The only legacy and the most important legacy President Uhuru Kenyatta will leave for this country is a united Kenya. So let us not divide Kenya on the basis of which counties have been marginalized, which ones have not been marginalized.
A 12-member committee was formed yesterday to oversee this thing, and it has been ninth time it has been postponed. What do you think? Do you think it's going to bring some hope for the country?
We are optimistic that the 12-member committee is going to bear fruits. we have insisted that whatever decision the committee will come up with, that will be the decision of the House. And therefore, we'll want to implore upon members who are seated in that committee to ban the midnight oil and ensure that they come up with an amicable solution to this matter. This matter has been overstretched. This matter is now eliciting emotional crests in our county, in our country, and in our respective counties. And as a leadership of this country, we shall not accept that. You've seen we have a fresh team of young leaders, young senators in the Senate. I want to take this opportunity to thank them for standing firm when I was arrested and when I was not there. Senator Murkomen, Senator Sakaja, Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Onekina, Senator Cheriot, Senator for Bomet, and all other senators who stood by their ground to ensure that Kenya is not divided. I'm joined here by my MCAs from Kakamega County Assembly. Maybe if they can say a word as pertains what is going on in this country. Thank you so much.
Maybe lastly, before I let you go, there are concerns that you are very concerned at the cells that you are not entering because of the COVID-19, worries. But then immediately after you left the cell, we saw you with a very huge group of youths around you.
That was spontaneous. I think the public was pressurizing to have their leader out of the police. And when I went out, I was unable to control the crowd because, the mob psychology. You can do nothing. And when I came out, they carried me on their shoulders. It is quite unfortunate. I know as a leader that we're existing in a very difficult moment, but it is one of these unique moments that you'll have to bear with me specifically. And if I flouted any of those Ministry of Health regulations, I'm very sorry as a leader. It was not intentional, and I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of the law.
Thank you so much. That was Senator Cleophas Malala. We are just at his residence. I wish that you let me finish off this one so that we, because this is my working area for now, and we want to keep social distance. Thank you so much. So, Olive, that was the Senator Cleophas Malala. Tells me he's very, very tired now because he has not been able to sleep for close to 32 hours. He has been on the road moving up and down. And it has culminated. What has come up is that he has not been able to be charged with anything at the police station, and he's questioning. His lawyer, through Nelson Harvey, has been asking, and he's saying that they are going to take charges against individual officers who, in one way or the other, went against the law in, trying to enforce the law and trying to arrest him and bring him here in Kakamega. From Kakamega County, my name is Zacchaeus Mwasame, and now back to you in studio. Olive.
Thank you, Zacchaeus, and thank you for taking the senator to task. He said he would not spend the night in an unsanitary police cell, yet went ahead on the shoulders of youth who crowded around him, but he has offered an apology, claiming that it was spontaneous.